So as a musician myself, I would be a complete liar if I did not admit the fact that what Taylor Swift is doing in the music industry is incredibly, incredibly inspiring. Between these tremendous tours, between constantly releasing music, between featuring other artists and being featured on other artists' songs and writing for other artists, and now her AMC movie premiere where like she has an actual movie in theaters for like not just a one night event, but like actually in theaters is mind blowing. And as a musician, it's incredibly inspiring. Because, like, you know, I want to do that, man. How cool is that? So this was recommended on my YouTube, like, algorithm. My algorithm knows me pretty well. And it's essentially her speech before she watches the premiere with her fans, which is actually really cool that she was actually in a regular premiere, or I assume it's a regular premiere. But I don't know. I know that they were fans there. And I think that that's really cool. And I just, I'm inspired by it, so I kind of want to see what she had to say and see if I can learn anything or see just what the process is like, because I'm genuinely inspired. So let's get right into this.
Before we do that, I wanted to say thank you for wanting to spend your evening with us. Like, let me just preface by saying I've always had fun doing this. I can't believe music is my career. That's crazy to me. Like, I've always loved it. I've never had a fraction of the amount of fun I had on the Eras tour before ever. So
let's talk about this. I'm going to pause this a couple times because I want to comment on it as we go, because like I kind of just want to share like literally what's going on in my head as I'm watching this. It's pretty cool to hear Taylor Swift say that, because like, she's been doing this for, I mean, I think I saw somewhere that it was 17 years worth of music that she's compiling into the Eras tour, which is now in the Eras movie. That's remarkable. Like, I was 11 then when she started releasing music. Like, that's crazy. It's a lot of music, and the fact that even 17 years in this industry, and 17 years after, like, to some degree, like a decent amount of drama and a lot of stress and frustration, and the music industry is hard. And like the fact that she still says that she's so grateful is such an incredibly encouraging thing, because like you can make it in the industry and still like not be jaded, which is cool, because some people I think just get jaded and like they're not that happy and they're frustrated, or they see the bad side of the industry. And it's inspiring to see that she's actually still grateful and still not jaded by the industry. And also, what a tremendous statement to say that, of the 17 years she's been doing music, that this last section doing the Eras tour has been the most fun she's ever had, which is like, that's also a crazy statement too, because like, I mean, I've seen her in concert. I think I only saw the Red tour. It was actually my gift. My wife got it for me, I think for my birthday, which is, I was a big fan, man. And I'm particularly in the first 2, 3, 4 albums, where like it's just the genre that I really liked. So it's a big statement, man.
like, I want to say, like, I have friends in this room. I have my amazing backing vocalists in this room. Yeah! and let me just say,
it's
like,
cool that a whole band
my
is in the
fellow
room.
Performers on the stage, the
Yeah, we need a
dancers,
Steadicam.
the band, my backing vocalists, they would go out on stage every single night, in sickness or in health, in any weather conditions we would face, regardless of what was going on in our lives. We pranced on that stage grinning because of what met us on the other side, and that was you. It's how much you cared about it. Like,
so let's talk about that too. I think that that's an underrated thing that I know. It's really actually cool that she's commenting on that, because I don't think people give enough credit to the backup people, whether it be the musicians. Like, you're there to see Taylor Swift, but like Taylor Swift, unless she's doing a full 3-hour acoustic set, like she's not Taylor Swift without, the rest of the performers and the band and the backup dancers and, so many things. The lighting techs. The show would not be the same without the lighting techs. The stage directors. There's so many people involved. I don't think get enough credit to some degree, and it's really cool that she's shouting them out. And because I don't think people also realize how grueling it is to be on that side of that, like, you perform all day, all night, 3 hours all night. You're there probably, a couple hours early to rehearse. Maybe, I don't know, not necessarily rehearsals, but like sound checks and everything like that. Then you drive through the night, You know, like you're like, you know, every night you're doing this. Like it's a lot. You get a cold or the flu or anything, you still got to perform because somebody, you know, there's no backup, you know, drummer. And maybe there is, but you know, with a tour this size, you know, if something God forbid happens where like the arm gets broken, but like there's no replacements. So like you got to show up and do your job, which is the crazy thing in sickness and health. Like, exhausted if something, you know, if you're going working through something emotionally, you kind of just got, unless it's traumatic, you know, I'm sure that she'd understand, but like you got to show up, and I don't think enough people realize how grueling it actually is.
That was absolutely everything. So I think you'll see that you absolutely are main characters in this film.
That's
because
cool.
That's what made the tour magical. That's what made it different than anything I've ever done in my life. Is your like attention to detail, your preparation, your passion, your intensity. Like, you cared so much about these shows, and
it's cool that she's talking about the audience like this.
That made all the difference for us. It made us want to add even more shows and just keep doing the tour. And
it's also cool that she's saying us and not me. You know, like she sees this as a team effort rather than just her.
I think that I just have never felt this way about anything, the way that I feel about this experience that we have had and continue to have. So I am so proud of, I want to say, like, my management team, 13 Management, are the most amazing people.
That's cool.
I'm so lucky to get to work alongside such incredible, innovative, just such efficient,
it's a serious Zoom.
Wonderful, passionate people, and they care about you guys just as much as I do. So I am so proud of this film. Sam Wrench is our amazing director. He's absolutely incredible.
It's also really cool. You know, I gotta give her a shout out that it's not scripted. Like, she's not like, she doesn't have like a cue card that she's reading. Like, she's just talking from the heart, which I actually really admire.
We had an amazing team of just camera operators and editors and everyone in post-production, and I am so honored by all of their work and their dedication to this. And I think I'll just watch it with you now.
Yeah.
So let's have a blast, guys. Thank you for coming.
That's very cool, man. Shout out to Taylor Swift. I gotta say, I really admire. I admire her candidness in there, and the fact that she was also there with just friends, or fans, just talking. And it's a genuine inspiration, man. To be honest, the fact that like she's got like an actual, you know, whether it be the tour movie on in the theaters is insane.